It's Thursday, August the 12th, and we are here with you. Three things we want to talk about today.
Brian Westbury, who we follow, heard him speak several times in person, who is the economist for First Trust. Puts out a white paper. In this week's white paper, he listed three things that he is watching. I gave the analogy yesterday coming back from a client meeting in North Wilkesboro, driving towards Greensboro. There were storm clouds ahead, and Brian Westbury is saying, here are some clouds we need to watch. He's not saying that it's a problem, but he says they potentially could be a problem.
Right. First one's government spending.
Government spending.
Which is out of control.
And what the government in Congress is, in the Senate, what the representatives are going to do about budgets, what they're going to do about taxation, what they're going to do about regulation. Is it going to be heavy-handed? Is it going to be a lot? Is it going to be less? The economy, we've been asked oftentimes, does the government have an effect on the drive of the economy? Most of the time we say it's minor, but now it's moving more into
more and more center stage. When you're talking $5 trillion on top of $6 or $7 trillion that's already been spent, that's real money. And they're just so they talk about it as if it's $1 million,
right?
But it's $1 trillion.
So that would be one of the ones of the three. The next one is what the Federal Reserve is going to do in terms of its tapering. Timelines of its buying government bonds and notes and mortgages are out there changing. It was 2022, now it's December, now it's October, now it might be September. Inflation is going to be one of the key drivers. What was interesting, you remember going into the summer, they said they wanted to target a 2% inflation.
Right.
Well, inflation numbers have now come out that they're in the 5, 6, and 7% range. And so that's if my math is right, it's at least twice the amount that they're concerned
about. The transitory nature of a lot of it is what they're clinging to. And as I think we said in one of our earlier videos, is they better be right, because if they get this one wrong and they're off and it's not transitory, then they're going to have to scramble to try to get ahead, and that's going to be really bad for markets. So the timing on reducing the taper or providing tapering, which is another fancy word for stop buying our own bonds, and that will have an effect on interest rates. So that's definitely on our radar screen. And then the Delta variant.
Delta variants. Here we are in Guilford County, and we now have a mandate in our in all offices and public places and businesses have a mandate that's starting tomorrow. You have to wear a mask in. Our office is going to comply with that mandate, that if you come into it, we're going to ask you to be masked up. We'll get into a meeting if you've been vaccinated, and everybody in our office have been fully vaccinated, and you're comfortable with taking your mask off. We'll be comfortable. If you want us to keep it on, we'll keep it on. But that Delta variance in what it will do both psychologically and then really hurt supply chains, hurt businesses, hurt consumers going out. You pointed out this morning that a major airline has already noted, because of the Delta variant's, cancellations.
Yeah, so we're seeing fewer and fewer people going to the airports, going through TSA check lines. That's the first time in maybe a month or two that we're seeing ticket prices actually drop. So there is a benefit to the Delta variant. It's scaring people off, but it's not good for the airlines. It's not good for the hotels. It's not good for the leisure and entertainment business. So it's something we're going to watch. We don't want to see the Delta variants lead to more shutdowns, because I don't think that America is ready for that to happen again.
We would not be surprised to see a drop in the market, an adjustment, a air pocket, whatever you want to call it, 3%, 5%, 7%, some percent that's going to be a setback. But go back and remember March of last year and the drop in the variance and the drop in the market based on the pandemic and how quick it recovered. We're holding our course. If you're in the market, we're going to stay the course. We're looking for opportunities. You pointed out we're looking for select opportunities in stocks that are individually getting hurt, that are good, solid buys. And if we have cash, we're taking advantage of it.
And if you have cash, just be patient.
Be patient.
And there'll be a time, if we're right, in between August and October, we see some form of correction. That's the time you want to introduce that cash. So give us a call if you have that nice situation to be in. You have too much cash and you want to wait for the market to drop.
Enjoy the remaining summer months. One indication of how the fall will be the school buying, and it looks like it's going to be good. Leads into Christmas. Take care of yourselves. Always remember, it is your money.
And your money matters.
See you next week.